Happy crafty morning. My name is Jen. This is Cider House Crafts, but not for long. We're revamping. It'll still be on this channel. The show will still be on this channel, but it'll be a different format and a different name. So look out for that. Welcome if you're new. Thanks for stopping by. Subscribe, click like, and please comment below. If you are returning, thanks very, very much. I appreciate it. And I really mean that from like the bottom of my bottom. Yeah, I do. I mean it. And there's the dog. So, what's going on? Other than the revamp, I just want to talk briefly about the Vlogoween, which I am doing, and that's what I'm calling to it and sticking to it. So Vlogoween. I'm going to try to do 2 vlogs a week, and I will show progress on things that won't be like my weekly or bi-weekly or sometimes tri-weekly podcast. In this case, it's tri-weekly, sorry. But it'll be a little bit of content, and then because starting October 1st, I will be watching a horror flick every single day for the entire month of October, because it's my favorite month, and as obviously you guys all know, Halloween is my favorite holiday. So I will discuss the films that I have watched since the previous podcast. So I'm expecting to do this probably twice a week, and then you guys you'll have a whole dose of it probably on a Tuesday morning, and lots of films, and then another one on Friday. So you'll have 3 films. I won't get into detail. I do like things gory. So I do like, obviously, the Halloween series of films, Hell House. There won't be any Friday the 13th because I watch my Friday the 13th during the summertime when it should be watched. I don't consider it a Halloween kind of thing. And there won't be any Jaws because that's a summertime thing. Anything that happens in the summer and doesn't have a Halloween related won't be on. But everything else. Hell House will be on. The Exorcist, I always watch that. And if you think that that's not Halloween related, it actually is. If you watch the director's cut, the first time she visits the priest, it's Halloween day / afternoon / night, and when Ellen Barkin is walking home, she passed some trick-or-treaters. So that is actually a Halloween film. And if you haven't watched the director's cut, you should, because oh my god, it is so good. Oh my god, that is so good. Anyway, but we'll talk about that when that comes. So yeah, so for the Vlogoween, I will be actually talking about those things. Yeah. So anyway, so stay tuned for those. That should be a lot of fun, actually. I'm really looking forward to doing those because it's like, you know, it's my sort of area of expertise, as it were. Anyway, so let me drink a little bit of coffee because my throat's already dry. Oh my god, that's so good. Anyway, we're 4 minutes in and I really need to start talking about things. So I'm going to talk about the cross stitch first. So what happened, and you will see this in a second. I had some accidents and I miscounted, and you will hear in the video because I do a voiceover. Because what I've done is recorded the accident unmaking, as it were, and voiced over, and it's really goofy and silly, and I felt really awkward, so ignore it if it's like uncomfortable. I was just like so nervous doing it. But yeah, so I am going to put that in now, and you enjoy that, and then when that's done, I will be back to show you my progress on my cross stitch. So over to past me. Hi, welcome to Bloodbath 1. So obviously I've said that some things went wrong over the last couple of weeks with my cross stitching, and this is what went wrong. So I'm basically just I sped it up quite a bit, and I'm just gonna talk through this. Basically what I found out was that I had skipped a column of stitches, not the stitches but the Ada squares between, and I had put too many blanks in between the T and the U. So then I had to go back and I had to tear out the UVWXYZ. Now this is all thinking I am going to be able to podcast by the end of this week. Oh my goodness, I'm making all this progress. And here I am, tearing stitches out. It was a little frustrating, and
and basically made me sad. I was so sad because I thought, oh my goodness, I'm making progress. I'm catching up. We're only a few days off, a week off the next clue, the last clue for this entire project, and I have other things to do, like the last 2 clues to do. But yeah, so my tools for this were my tweezers, the snipping scissors that I have for my sewing machine, which aren't really for my sewing machine. I mean, my sewing machine, I'm really very lucky. My husband's a pretty great guy, and I've got an automatic thread cutter on my sewing machine, so I get to just hit a button and it cuts my threads. I know, spoiled, I know, but I also have little snips that I use for the original, you know, the start thread, and so I use those. I use my seam ripper. Yeah, and my tweezers were like the best tool of all of them. They were amazing. They worked really, really well. And yeah, so during this time I listened to Vivaldi and Mozart and, oh God, Debussy and other composers on my, it's Cape Cod Classical, but I can't think of the application. Sorry. I'll put it in the description. Anyway, I got through it. The Z and the Y seemed to come out pretty quickly though, so I was lucky. Anyway, here comes the show. Yeah. Hello. Right, so this is the second blooper thingy, witchy-watty doo-dah. You know, I did say I was going to change my attitude, and I was going to have a better attitude about lots and lots of things. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a better attitude. Yeah. Right, so another mistake. Another mistake. I went 1 stitch too far in this row of stitches right here. I'm dying, Smalls. So, I'm going to have another rip-out party, and I will do another voiceover, except this time, maybe I'll just read from Macbeth or something. Oh my God. How did this happen? I thought, oh my God, I'm nearly done. The frames are all nearly done. I only have to do this bit right here. I just thought that to myself a half an hour ago, but no. Oh my goodness, I have to tear all of that out again and redo it. And I have people coming at 10 o'clock, which means I have an hour to get this out. Anyway, let's get to it. Back to bloodbath number 2. Look, I had help. Blossom ever so kindly tried to help. I finally had to take her down, though it was like not really any help. And then I brought in my spooky candlelight because, you know, I needed cheering up. Oh, so here we go. We're picking it out. I mean, at this point, you don't even want to hear what I'm saying. I was listening to Cape Classic on TuneIn Radio, which is what I was trying to tell you on the last video where I had this ginormous boo-boo. Anyway, yeah, so I started with the little scissors and then had to escape for a minute to go get my my tweezers to get it out. This went a lot more quickly than I thought it would. I think part of the lesson that I learned from this was don't use geography to stitch, i.e. you look at your pattern and you see, oh, it should go to this point. So for my part, the point that I was taking it to was the little star below. And obviously, you know, that was not good because that little star was actually stitched in the incorrect spot. I've learned my lesson. That's what I said last time, but yeah, I mean, another thing was that I knew exactly how I'd stitched this zigzag frame, which was one section, you know, one boundary, and then I did the next boundary, all of it. So that really, really helped with the execution of of the what am I thinking of the removal of the stitches. So yeah, I mean, nearly at the end now, getting there. I think I just don't ever want to make this mistake again, like ever. No more geography. Geography's bad. And then you have cleanup, obviously. So I ran and got some Scotch tape and wrapped some around my finger, and then just got the teeny tiny threads off the top of the cross stitch. But yeah, I'm all done. Gonna quickly show you my pile of goodies and my tools.
Right. So after all of that, got my cross stitch here. For the little blocks, because now I'm at the little blocks, I have gone back to my small round hoop because it's just a little bit easier to handle than my big square one. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show you what I've done over the last 3 weeks. I have gotten all of the framing done. Can you hear me? Sorry. I've gotten all of the framing done. I don't know which way I'm supposed to tip this. And I've got the moon, don't look at my fingernails, and the sun done in the upper left hand corner. I'm starting the pumpkin down here today. But yeah, so there we go. There's my Ouija pins. Now this is the Halloween sale that is being hosted by the Tiny Modernist. This thing is so massive. Oh, and don't panic. It looks like there's a lot of extra up here and a little down here, but this is all really folded up, so there's as much extra at the bottom here. But anyway, yeah, so good progress, good progress. I'm really happy with that. I just want to say, I am not the fastest crafter in the world. I'm not. So thank you for having all that patience with me, because I know it's probably difficult for those of you who can go and get things done. So I appreciate it. Very quickly, I will show you the knitting. Like I said, I've only gotten about an inch. Whoopsie daisy. I've only gotten about an inch done on this. This is the Sunday cardigan by PetiteKnit. I think Helen had said that she was going to try to knit this same cardigan in the same wool, but I don't know if she's changed her mind or gotten it done yet or what. But yeah, so I think I was about here last time, and now I'm up here. So yeah. So I keep saying that's coming along. I wanted this done for Halloween month, but I don't think it's going to get done unless I make some kind of extraordinary effort. And so, yeah. Probably not. That's bad. And the other thing that I knitted on was those pink socks. The reason I didn't knit on my mans before everybody starts jumping on me, my Halloween fingerless mitts, is because there's a lot to that. There's charting. 1. 2, it was downstairs and I was up here. And 3, because I will start feeling that on the 1st of October. I promise you, I will start feeling that. But if you remember these little puppies that I said I wasn't going to pick up until November, I was sat up here while Ian was playing video games on my computer and thought, you know what? I'd spun for like a half an hour, and I'll show you that in a second. And I'm like, oh, I've got those socks up here. I can work on them. So I think my stitch marker's in here from the time before this. So I think I had knit all the way up here and done the heel the last time that you guys saw it. So I'll put this. I will put this right here where the heel stitches end. And so I just knit 5 rows off the top of it. But I thought, you know, while I'm sitting up here waiting for things after I get done potter sizing, I can just sit if I'm editing and do some knitting. This can be my upstairs knitting project, but those are just a plain vanilla sock. And yeah, 60 stitches, magic loop, toe up. Two of them over there. Right, so I'm gonna have to pick up my spinning wheel to show you the next thing. Sorry about my hair. I did put it up, and that's bad. But there you go. Right, I'm gonna pick up my spinning wheel. First, I'll show you the fleece that I've been spinning with. This was from a sheep wool festival I went to a year and a half ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. That's shameful, isn't it? And it is from Wingham Woolworks. So this is the fleece. Can you smell the sheep? Can you smell the sheep? Because, man, there is some sheepy smell in that. Anyway, so this is all I have left of the darkest fleece. So that's really good because that means I've got 2 more of those to go, gradiating to lighter wool. So this had not much on it, and I spun quite a bit, I would say, while I was just sat here, and that is going to be single ply and it's a worsted weight. And I plan to have a knitted sweater out of that wool when it's done. To be honest with you, I was thinking about doing one of Stephen West's shawls, but since my debacle with the exploration station and my lack of insight into how to knit that properly, I'm not sure I should take anything of his on, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. That's the knitting and the spinning and the cross stitch. And now all we have left is sewing. So, the first thing I am wearing is, sorry, my bag keeps falling, is that tunic that I said I was going to knit. Now, this is very frumpy, and I do not look good in it. It's not something that I should be wearing, but it's too, it's really comfortable, super duper comfortable, but it's really too, what do you call it? It's just not form-fitting enough. Not that I need a lot of form-fitting stuff in my life, but yeah. But this is the tunic dress, and it was a pattern that I got with sewing, or Simply Sewing, in last month's issue. So yeah, is the designer. So would I recommend something? The next thing I did was I took my Berta Style trousers. Now I made the one without the fly, and because this has pockets as well, I used that very bright flamingo pink jersey that I had, and I used it all up because I made underpants too. You know what? I said last week that this stuff was really too bright for me and I probably wouldn't look good. I fucking love this stuff. I really look good in it. It's really good for my skin tone, and it looks great on. I mean, it looks like super great on. I love this thing so much. Here, you know what? I'm going to pause. I'll be right back with it on. Oh, keep in mind though, I haven't done any of the hemming on this either. So I'll be right back, or a neckband. Hold on. Yay, back. So this is, I love this on me. If you don't like it on me, feel free to say, but I think that this goes really well with my coloring, my particular coloring. I really like it. I do. I got a boo-boo on my arm. Oh, no I don't. It's pen. Anyway, yeah. So, I want to go back and see if they have any more, but I'll bet you $50 they don't. But would I buy a flamingo pink fabric again? Oh, hella yeah. Yeah, if you know where I can get flamingo pink fabric in the UK, please put a comment below and tell me at this store, because I will buy this again. I adore this color on me. I don't know what y'all think. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I love it. So, I made the top, which is my normal pattern top. And then I used the Berta pattern to make the pajama bottoms. Anyway, so I made the bottoms, which look like huge. They were huge. But they're really loose on me. And I probably should get some new elastic in because like this is like way loose on me. And there are, there are pocketses. So these are the pocketses that go in these. Now, this is a massive mistake. I did not sew these right. I didn't pay attention to direction because I thought I knew everything, but I clearly don't. But it does have pocketses. So yeah, so they're kind of way too big. They're probably, oh god, they're probably 2 sizes too big. But I love them. They're long. They go down to my ankles. I'm debating whether to hem these or not. To be honest with you, I'd be just as happy when my serger comes back from the repair shop to just serge the bottom of these and leave it. In fact, I'm thinking of serging around the neck and leaving it just as a serge because I think that might look super cool. But anyway, yeah, so I have a new pair of pajamas. Some of that. And yeah, so thanks to Berta, I will be sewing these again. The pattern is 6952. And it comes in all kinds of sizes. And don't look at my fingernails because they are rat now that I've been doing all the housework. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I wasn't holding that in frame. So that is that. Then,
Right.
Well, to my dears and my darlings, I guess that is, God, I love this color. That is it for today. Don't forget, Vlogoween starts next week. So just keep in mind, there's not going to be like a ton of progress on all my projects, but there will be a lot of talk about horror flicks and general Halloweeny stuff. So, wherever you are, whatever you're crafting, have a happy day. I will talk to you later. Bye.